Hello everyone, my name is David Allen Gay, and thank you very much for watching the latest GoFundMe Initiative update dated Sunday, June 19, 2016. Before I begin, I want to apologize for my appearance if I look like a drowned rat. We're going through a heat wave right now in the region of Waterloo in Ontario, Canada. It is currently 32 degrees Celsius, which is not the humidex, it is the actual real deal. This is the actual air temperature right now. This is the sun beating down on you at 32 degrees Celsius. I don't have air conditioning here, so it's a little warm. So I'm dressing light, I'm drinking lots of fluid. I just have to tough it out until we get a break sometime on Tuesday. So do accept my apologies for looking rather disheveled right now. In addition, I'd like to thank all of you who have been sending me DMs and private messages through Twitter and my blog at davidallengay.wordpress.com and my YouTube channel asking me how I'm doing, and also how a person that I mentioned in a previous video who had to go to the hospital and undergo a very extensive and lengthy recovery process is doing, which I thought was rather nice of you to ask. It shows that you care about my situation, and you also care about the person who's currently going through this tough time right now. I do, however, have some very good news. The person in question is coming home on the 20th, which is tomorrow. So my participation in a group initiative with other people is coming to an end, though I will be supporting that person while they're still at home. In case they need to do things that they're currently not able to do. I've already pledged my support and my assistance on that. It is, however, meaning that my involvement in this group initiative is not going to be as intense or as deep that it was before. But thank you for asking about that. But let's get on with today's topic. It's in response to a video that I saw on the CBC website. I posted a link to that video for you to watch in the description of this video, and you can view it to get your impressions and opinions as to what it's pretty much all about. But I'll give you a short synopsis of it. The video talks about how the idea of working until you're 55, also referred to as the Freedom 55, early retirement, is no longer a reality here in Canada. Statistics are starting to show a growing trend for Canadians to be working well into their 60s, even working right until the grave, that they never do retire. And that is a disturbing situation, but what is even more disturbing is some of the comments that was made in the video by the analysts at the Broadbent Institute, who stated that the reason why these people are working until well into their retirement years or right to their grave is because of poor planning. And I think that's a major cop-out right there. That's not what's happening at all. The reason why people are not saving for their retirement plan is simply because they don't have any disposable income. You have to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. The situation that we have in this age of austerity and jobless recovery is that our economy has transformed radically and drastically from a 1980s style boom economy where there were plenty of full-time jobs with benefit packages of 80 to 100% coverage, to the Great Recession of 2008-2009, where you are now seeing mostly part-time jobs, outsourcing, and very few positions that even offer a company benefits package anymore. You've also seen the rise in taxes and insurance premiums, especially if you live in Ontario, that's eating away at disposable income, so that by the time all the taxes are done and all the deductions are made off the paycheck, and you're working a part-time job as to a full-time job with benefits, by the time you get to that particular point, there's very little money left except maybe for food and rent and the basic essentials. And it pretty much boils down to the, this or that situation. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to save up for a retirement plan, or are you going to pay your rent? Are you going to save up for a retirement plan, or are you going to buy groceries? Are you going to save up for a retirement plan or have money saved for Jeannie or Jimmy's braces? So their teeth are not crooked. I mean, the crisis of the now will always triumph over the issues and concerns of the future. Well-meaning they may be, it is important to save for your retirement, but what happens if you don't have the money? And that's kind of unfortunate. That people would make this analysis that people are not preparing or planning their retirement situation simply because they're lazy sons of bitches. And that's not really a fair assessment at all. It's the new economy. So we can debate and argue about why we are in the situation we're in right now, or we can more importantly ask ourselves, what are we going to do about the situation that we are now heading for? And if it is very true that the days of early retirement are coming to an end, and it may be expected that people are going to be working well into their 60s, if not 70s or even 80s, even to the grave, then society, specifically the government, companies, and the social services need to really prepare for this. And one of the things that they need to do is to address the concept of ageism and the stereotype that just because you're a certain age, you're not of any value for hiring. And I am facing that right now because I am 52 years old. It is very obvious that I'm not a young man. I've got more lines than a road map on my face. I've got gray in my hair. I've got a receding hairline that's starting to meet the back of my neck at this rate. So I am showing my age. And people are seeing this very old man sitting in front of them. And, I don't care what employment assistance people say. You can only dress so much. You can only look as fashionable so much. But if you look like an old man, you look like a guy, like a mature adult, you're not going to get hired, for a job. You're going to be passed over for a young person's position because, let's face it, who's going to invest money in a person who's going to work for like maybe 15 or 20 years when you can have a young Turk coming in at 22 and work for maybe half a century? It's pretty much sound investment math. But we need to challenge this notion that just because you are my age group or older, that you have nothing to offer the employment field. I mean, I am still quite capable of working. I am in great health. I still have all my collective marbles. I am a responsible, mature worker that helmed the operation of an SAP instance for 11 years, and I was assistant administrator and a computer programmer in an IT career that began as a computer operator for about over 20 years. So if that doesn't say staying power, responsibility, and maturity, I don't know what that is, what will. But that needs to be challenged, that just because you're at a certain age, your best before date is done, you're a candidate for the coffin pile, no one wants to hire you. We need to challenge that. Another thing that we need to challenge is the idea that as we get older, our expenses do rise, and as a result of this, we do need to address the fact that older people do need some more expenses in terms of medical care, which makes the need for affordable housing all the more important. It also means that people need to work more than ever to take care of these medical concerns that are going to come up as you get older. The fact of the matter is, whether you're working or not, when you're 52 years old or 62 years old, the older you get, the more at risk you are for certain age-related diseases such as cancer, arthritis. We have to have an infrastructure in place to have people ready to work and have these medical issues taken care of while they're working, if we are truly going to be asked to work past the Freedom 55 mark. We also need to talk about the idea of basic income. And this is something that I talked about on my blog and also mentioned a few times in my video series on YouTube. That basic income now becomes even more paramount because, the Canada pension plan, the old age insurance here, is not going to cover your rent by the time you get to my retirement years, which is about 17 years from now. Without question, not 17, 15 years, but without question, basic income is now paramount. We need to have an insured form of guaranteed income for everybody so that they can afford a house, they can afford food, and leave whatever money that they're earning to go directly toward medical concerns as they get older. society, the workplace, the government, social services, they all need to transform radically for the concept of people who are going to be working in years that are considered retirement years. That infrastructure needs to change, or you're going to have millions of Canadians like myself who are not only unemployed but also quite old and not earning an income to take care of their medical concerns. That has to be taken care of. In any case, this is the video that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch it. Before I go, again, a friendly reminder. My GoFundMe initiative is to raise income to pay for the rent of this place so that I continue my job search, which is a very aggressive initiative that starts at 7 o'clock in the morning and does not end at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It pays for my transit. It pays for my laundry. It ensures that I am ready to rock and roll, to go on interviews and to do temp work. This is not frivolous money that I'm asking for. I'm asking for money that will go directly 100% into matters that are part of my job search. So what am I asking for? Well, I repeated this many times, and I'm going to keep repeating it for as long as I can. I am not asking for one person to pay $11,000 up front. I am, however, asking those people out there in social media land, the blogosphere, the Twitterverse, those people out there watching the cat videos on YouTube, watching your favorite fan videos of your TV shows and computer games on YouTube. I'm asking 11,000 strong to pay $1 to go toward my GoFundMe initiative. I'm asking 22,000 people from that same social media universe to pay 50 cents. I'm asking 100,000 people to pay a dime, and I am asking whatever you can donate. Anything that you guys can do for me, I'm going to be quite appreciative of it, and it will not be used for frivolous adventures, but meaningful search for work so that I can return to financial self-reliance and self-sufficiency. That is my say for today. Again, thank you for watching this video, and I wish you a good day. Bye for now.